Alright, we're so back. I upload Dan Hooker talking about how to beat these grapple and clinch spammers. And what does EA do? They reward me with an updated model with crazy legs the next day. You can't make this shit up. For the first time ever, thanks EA. Now, that's the last time you hear me say that, because this game is still this game. But I gotta give credit where credit is due. And just like when I asked for Edson a bunch of time, because I like using Edson, got the updated model of Prime Edson, boom, happy. I finally get my updated Dan Hooker, I'm happy. So here's what you gotta do. You still use your teeps, you use your 1-2s, you use your elbows, and you use your knees, because they also gave them razor wire. So your elbows are faster and more accurate, your roundhouse kicks are faster and more accurate. So I'm going to use a bunch of teeps, knees, roundhouses, and calf kicks, and pretty much see how far it gets me with Dan Hooker. Now right now, Charles wanted to be a little bit of a pull merchant, and you know what we do to pull merchants? We throw teeps, but he tries to take us down. Problem is, this is Dan Hooker from the Gamrot fight. And what does that mean? We're gonna get up. Now, normally, like I always say, I like to work from half guard bottom. You know, I go for my sprawl. You hold L1 and you go up, and it gives you the sprawl instead of having to go for full guard, which is very, very slow. And it really does help you out. It helps you move, gets you to this 50-50. People go for this little submission. You reverse it as Dan Hooker, you get their back. They go for a guillotine, you get their back. And then you can just work your way from there. I used the get up. He was probably looking for me to go up. I went to the side, got up pretty fast. Now, he's a 1-2-3, still exchanges. I throw a body kick, he still exchanges. I throw a front kick, he turtles up. And that's what we want. Now, getting punched in the face and getting rocked, not what we want. But that's okay, because we're perfectly fine here. We go for back sitting, which, not gonna lie to you, I did by accident, but it got the job done. Now, even though we did lose the race for full mount, Dan Hooker does have decent ground game and good submissions. He triangles people. So what do? We go for a triangle. Now, what I like to do is race, get their stamina low, and if you hold L2, you can switch the triangle into an arm bar. And then once you get the arm bar from the triangle, they can't race it when you switch to other submissions. So I'm just going to go for it. And even though it's Charles, it's so strong, we take half. So now, he has to fight my Dan Hooker, and his block is cooked because we just cracked his arm. So now what? We're going to work the calf kick. Great. We're going to work the teep. Great. Now, also, we had that 5-star body knee. All the things working. We got a block counter with the lead hook. We use the lead elbow because we have razor wire. Makes it faster, more accurate. So we just used all our weapons, and in about 20 seconds, we dropped them. We subbed them, and we dropped them. And I'm not going to lie, but he had enough, and I don't blame him. I mean, if somebody just walked me down and did whatever they wanted and then subbed my Charles, I'd probably be looking right in the mirror and putting the controller down too. Shit won't happen to me though. So yeah, he's out of here. So we're gonna go to the next fight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Let's do it.
All right, another Charles. He threw in the favela trunks. Is what it is. Still gonna lose. As soon as we dumped him, easy stamina drain. We go for another thing. We start faking our hooks, try to get a reaction, see what he does in the pocket. He's throwing head kicks. Ridiculous. So we're gonna throw that little uppercut, and we're gonna also work on landing our body knee, because if we can dump you and we can land our body knee, your stamina is not gonna beat ours. Another thing I like to do is take their back and try to work the, mainly work my little knees to the leg, because it's like cooking the leg slowly with leg kicks. But at no risk to you, they can't block them. So you can literally Usman them slowly and get the same effects as breaking their leg with hard leg kicks if you do it enough. So again, working in the pocket, straights, hooks, uppercuts, all good. We drop them. So now we got the lead. We've been working the body, throw a flying knee in there, rock him again. He's trying to exchange with no head health, runs into a right hand, drop him again. And this is pretty much a real good Dan Hooker experience. We got pressure, kicks, knees, elbows, slips, straights, uppercuts. We're being violent. I mean, Dan Hooker is the king of just a scratch, which means pretty much he'll get in a war. And I don't mind getting in a war, but also I don't mind trading with people. But I'm going to trade smartly. He just block countered me, so you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to back up. Work a body knee. See that? Now his stamina's so low, he overexchanged. Land that body hook, he got a little hit stun. Land another one, get a hit stun, he's tired. And then the uppercut seals the deal. We're now up 2 drops to none in 1 round. Now, you shouldn't keep trading. You should fight really smart. But I'm Dan Hooker. I'm going to keep trading. We're going to see if I can just knock him out. Because if I'm already dropped you twice, right? And I'm landing pretty much like, what, 60, 70% of what I'm throwing right now? It's going to lead to something like that. He jumped. I'm not going to lie. I'm trolling. But, like, you jump. I land my straight. It's a KO. Life is good. Dan Hooker's in the game, and he finally looks like Dan Hooker. I'm happy. He has all his weapons. You can even jump a guillotine if you want to. It's a solid move. And yeah, thanks for watching. You know, like and subscribe. Share the video if you liked it. But that's pretty much it. New Dan Hooker. Good way to use him. Tune in for the next one. It will not be Dan Hooker. I'm not doing 3 Dan Hookers in a row, man.